welcome to a rolling ramble. I'm on my way to work and I thought we'd go ahead and have our Monday keto moments. And what I wanted to talk about today is my birthday and how it normally goes for me and how it went yesterday. Okay. Over the years, I have started many diets. Normally, always, like everybody else, always on the first of the year, New Year's, have those New Year's resolutions, and I'm going to start a diet, and I want to get off this amount of weight by my birthday. And it was normally always, I want to lose 30 pounds by my birthday. And most of the time, I did very well. Most of the time, I reached that goal. Over it in weight loss, actually, but I always, from the first of the new year until my birthday, always did very well with staying on whatever plan I had set for myself. And then come the day of my birthday, and I'd be like, okay, I'm just going to indulge today in whatever my family has planned for my birthday, and I'm going to get right back on plan tomorrow. And that always was my downfall. I never got back onto plan. I overindulged. We normally always would go to either Chinese buffet or a Mexican with all the chips and salsa. And so I always had this huge food day on my birthday, not to mention going home and the family having cake and ice cream and all that good stuff. So my birthday was always the downfall of any diet plan. And I'd always started on certain days, be like, okay, the first of the year, I'm going to start a diet plan. Or let's say I did it, and then on my birthday, I was always disappointed in not being on plan. So I'd be like, okay, I'm going to have whatever I want today, and then I'm going to start a diet, and I'm going to lose such and such amount of weight by 4th of July or by my anniversary. But I would pick, we all know how that goes. And if I didn't fall off a plan before that day, well, then on that day, I would always fall off a plan and never get back on. So this is the first time that I started a diet in a moment like I did. Normally it's like I'm going to start tomorrow, or I'm going to start next Monday. Or this is the first time in my life when I started keto where I heard about a way of eating, stopped in the moment, threw what I had away, and started an eating plan in that moment. No waiting for tomorrow, no waiting for next week. And started an eating plan with no weight limitations on myself. I want to lose X amount of pounds. I want to lose, because for me, I was starting a new way of eating. I was starting a new lifestyle. I wasn't thinking of it as a diet. And I wasn't thinking of it in terms of weight loss. I was thinking of it in terms of getting healthy. I'm dying, and if I don't do something, I'm not going to make it to 47. I'm not going to make it to my next birthday if I don't do something right now. So this year has been a year. This way of eating, the last 9 months, has been totally different for me than any other time in my life. But I will admit, I was still nervous approaching this birthday, because this is typically when I would fall off plan. And I had no problem with it at all. Yesterday, I went and got up and I had a bulletproof coffee to start my day. A very heavy, the heaviest bulletproof coffee I've ever had. Very fat heavy. I sort of almost doubled everything. So it was almost like 2 bulletproof coffees in one. So I doubled it so that it would carry me. And I planned on just having dinner because my family was making me steak and shrimp scampi and all this stuff, and it was going to be a huge dinner. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to have my bulletproof coffee in the morning, and then I'm going to spend most of the day outside and just have that big heavy dinner. And it worked so well for me. It was awesome. And I never strayed. I didn't even finish my dinner. When I was full, I just pushed my plate away and I stopped eating. And I almost cried. Well, I'm about ready to cry now. It was the best birthday I have ever had. I felt good about being me, and I felt good about where I was at in this journey. And like today, that feeling's still carrying over. So I'm on my way to work, and I just feel over the moon. Over the moon. So I did it. I made it through one of the hardest days for me on any dieting journey, because it's not. I'm not dieting. I'm just living my life. This is just a lifestyle. It has become just my everyday norm. Um, it just feels so normal. Alrighty, guys, now I am just rambling. I'm going to go in here and get me a coffee to take to work, and then I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Blessings. Stopped and got myself a coffee from Speedway. Sometimes you just can't beat good old strong gas station coffee. It's hitting the spot. Alrighty, on with my hike. I love to stop here. I don't get to do it very often, but I love to just hear and see the rushing water. It doesn't matter to me how cold it is. Every time I'm here, I want to dive in. Love it. Let you guys see a few of my favorite spots in Muscatine County. It's my birthday, and I'm out on a nice, beautiful hike to enjoy the day and be in the weather. So wonderful. I love my area. Trails for Rails. And what they've been doing, and it started down in West Virginia, is ripping up old rail lines and replacing them with blacktop and turning them to these beautiful hiking and biking trails. They finally started that up here in Ohio. So Muscatine County, Guernsey County, Noble County, and I'm sure it's stretched across the state, but that's all I've hiked on. are trying to link all their hiking trails up together. So you can just start in one spot and hike across quite a few counties and somebody can pick you up at the other end. Now, other than little day hikes like this, little hour, 2 hour, I haven't done any in our area. But 15 years ago, I went on a backpacking hiking trip down in West Virginia. And they've got it set up so cool. You're hiking along and you'll come across a business that you can resupply and, you know, trade out things, and you know, it's neat. I loved it, and I haven't done that in 15 years. So I think when the weather breaks enough to camp outside at night, that is going to be my first backpacking trip, is to go down to West Virginia on the old trail that I had hiked years ago, and have my uncle drop me off at one end and pick me up 3 days later at another end. And it'll be a good first hike with my new body. All flat, and I don't have to worry about twisting an ankle or hurting myself too much to get myself broken in. But I love it. Now this one, let me show you here, still has an active track. So when you're walking here and a train goes by, it is exhilarating. Let me tell you, you can feel it. I mean, the excitement, it just gives you a rush every time one goes by. But I'm going to get off here so I can actually get a good walk in, because right now I'm just meandering about. And then after I do this, I've got to head home because my husband is cooking me my birthday dinner. I am having steak and shrimp scampi and mashed cauliflower and pan-fried green beans. So one meal today. My breakfast was just a bulletproof coffee, and then I picked up another coffee at Speedway before I started hiking about. Just plain, just a plain, well, not plain, they have sugar-free caramel syrup in there, so it had some sugar-free syrup and their house blend. Alrighty guys, I'm enjoying my birthday, and I will talk to you later. Blessings. Where I'm hiking at today is Riverside Park. I wanted to show y'all, we keep the Lorena dry docked here through the winter. And this is Muskingum County's very own stern wheeler. It is so awesome. I've ridden on that a few times. That is so awesome. Cool, cool, cool. Daddy's got butterfingers. Oh. Getting fancy. Here is my birthday dinner: an 8-ounce ribeye with cauliflower mash, pan-fried green beans, and garlic shrimp. It's what's for dinner. Blessings.